Hey, welcome back. You know, before I start this episode, I was really thinking about. Let me get up real quick. It's kind of loud. I was really thinking about Fallout 76, about was this just anything in the Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 where you can, what do you call it? There, better. There's that weird humming in the background. But how in those games you can take crops from wherever, right? You can get carrots, you can get corn, fruit, whatever, right? You can bring it back to whatever settlement. Doesn't matter where the settlement is, if it's on the mainland or if it's on the coast or in Far Harbor. It doesn't matter, right? Same thing with 76. Doesn't matter if it's in the mountains. It doesn't matter where you're located. The ashlands, if you're wherever. You can plant crops on either the dirt or if you have in 76, if you have the dirt tiles, you can plant them on there, right? Now, in Starfield, I feel like maybe it'll get introduced later, but I'm not too sure. But here's my take: is that you have the biomes, right, for each planet. So, for example, each planet has a biome, and then from that point on, here it is. From that point on, whatever you find in said biome. So if I find a certain plant that belongs in a tropical region, you know, or like a forest type region, and it says, hey, it's found here, here, and here, but it's not found. It doesn't. If a planet has like 5 biomes, but a plant is only found in 3 of the 5 biomes, it's only going to list the 3 biomes it's found in, right? It's not going to list the other 2. Okay, so we know that, but the thing is that you have this thing, and I'm gonna go here to show this off. Where's Kodos? So you have this here. You have this we're gonna land here. We have this thing here where it's like a greenhouse. It's this thing that you could build within certain biomes, right? Okay, so we can build this, which is great, but they could have made this a hell of a lot better. Because you can only build this on certain, like, okay, let's just say this planet has how many, oh, it doesn't really tell me how many biomes it has. That sucks. I wish it would show you. I wish it would say, hey, it's, you know, blah, 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 biomes that you found, you know. But if I am here in this region, let me see if I can zoom in. Yes, I can. Swamp, savanna, swamp. I guess I'm in a swampy area. Or in between. But let's just say I'm up here in the frozen mountains, and I say, you know what, let me go ahead and find a spot in the frozen mountains. If I try to put that biome down in the frozen mountains, it's not going to let me. I won't get the option to. Right? So what I think should happen, or which I like the fact that they're like, hey, you have to go back to that planet. That's fine. But what if I decide to make like a small greenhouse and like, hey, it'll grow in time, but not as fast as it would a typical biome in the location it's supposed to be. If you actually, well, what you could do is set up like a greenhouse of your own, pressurized, just like the Habs, so that if you're on a base, like I know me, I have a base that's out over here, and I shouldn't have moved anything. Narian was the best system to build, and then I moved everything over to Ixel, or Izzle, or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it Ixel. It's probably a mispronunciation, but who cares? I probably should care. But anyway, it would be fun if I have like my main base wherever it is. I think it's here. Probably not. But I mean, still, I have a base up here, right? It's pretty much volcanic or a forest or something, right? Or frozen plains. It's something here. Whatever, wherever I found this. Oh, it's in frozen plains somewhere, like along the dotted lines. It's a double biome. Anyway, if I could build a pressurized hab, so we're limited on space, right? But also think of, if you haven't played it, No Man's Sky, you can build little biomes. You know, you can build as many as you want on a base, and you can put whatever customized plants. Like, you have little dirt mounds, and you can plant whatever seeds. You know, so like a No Man's Sky, they have like a little. The most common one is like a. To me, you can place your own little square gardening table, and it can only take up to 4 seeds. If you do like the biome bubble, I forget how many. I forget how many that is, but you can set up. You know, as almost a pretty good chunky amount of just random seeds or whatnot. But you can place whatever. So just like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, where wherever you have dirt or dirt tiles, what have you, you can place whatever food source that's available in the game on that dirt tile, you know, or in that dirt, and it doesn't matter where you are. So in here, you would think, hey, technology, you're traversing the galaxy, you know, you would think, hey, you would think like, yeah, I can plant whatever I want from like whatever planet. If I found a planet that has solvent and sealant, or if I have found a planet that has toxin, or whatever thing that you're using that you need a lot of, you would think, hey, I could build my hab anywhere, and then I could plant those seeds in that hab, like its own little greenhouse. And if it's a place that's like, hey, that like, you can't have, you know, if you found something in the frozen plains, let's just say, but then you have something that you found in the swamps, and those two, you know, can't be in the same hab, that's fine. Then have them different. Like, hey, this hab is meant for frozen, and this hab is meant for this, and this hab is meant for this, you know. And if you have plants that can go into more than one hab, then they're allowed to go. So if you have a hab that's like, hey, this has a thing from the swamp, and it's okay, cool, it's from the swamp, alright. But it can also be found in the forest and mountain region, let's just say. Then when you pull up that hab, you could still plant the seed into that specific hab. You know, you don't have to be like, oh, it has to be mountain only. It's like, no, I have this one seed, it's found in the mountains as well, but it could also go in the swamp hab, and it could also go over here. So you can have different habs, but have that one seed in all 3 of those habs, right? But if you have that one, it's like, hey, it's only found in the mountains alone, and that's it. It's the only place it's ever been found. It's the only place that ever will be found. Then boom. Then you're like, hey, I have to build this specific hab for this specific seed that I want. That would have been cooler. Again, you're limited. But, you know, versus going to a planet and you could have like, hey, I have this triple biome building, and yeah, now I have a ton of solvent being generated. Yes, if you need a mass amount, but if you just need something quick and easy, and plus by the time you're done traveling and going all about, you know, that thing's already built up, it's already full again, and then you just go back and say, hey, you know what, I do need more of this, and then boom, you grab the little handful that you need just to kind of get you through, especially with upgrades and whatnot. But then of course, yeah, if you need something else because you're building habs on another planet, that's when I think the mass quantity will come in. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I feel like a lot of things are a missed opportunity. That, and I feel like I've said it before, I mentioned it before, but the whole fact about the whole thing with the stealth boy, you know, the Fallout universe, you know, has this little device that, I mean, they don't really say how anything's powered, other than everything's pretty much like nuclear, right? But they don't mention like the smaller devices. No one talks about the Pip-Boy. Like, is that chargeable? Is it solar? Like, what's going on here? How does it run like that? What keeps it running, right? Is it nuclear powered, and if you get hit, boom? Like, no one talks about it, right? No one talks about the stealth boy either. Like, how does that work? Like, we understand how it works, but how does it work? What keeps it running? How is it that you turn the on switch? Is it just a temporary battery and it's just waiting? Like, the reason why the stealth boy only lasts for X amount of time is because that's the battery life. You know, it's temporary. So we come into this game and it's like, how come we don't have a stealth boy? You know? We have a spacesuit. Okay, we have these different weapons. I mean, first of all, you know, we got this weapon here, right? It doesn't shoot normal bullets. You know, .43. I forget what the actual ammo even stands for. If I go in here, like I don't know what kind of ammo type that is. I personally have never heard of it until now. I understand what this is, you know. This, I don't know what this means. MI array. I don't know what MI is. You know, I understand what this is. This is an actual, like a grenade, essentially. Just something that can be shot out, and that's why it looks like that. It's not a typical grenade. It's one that's meant to be aerodynamic, you know. Okay, makes sense. Particle fuse, you know what I mean? Like, we have a particle fuse. We have this type of weapon. First of all, we have this type of weapon. You know, it takes a particle fuse. You know what I mean? It's like, what does that even mean? We have this, and this thing is... I don't know how this is powered. You know, there's no recharge. I mean, it recharges by itself. It seems to... in no atmosphere, in very large, high percentage, high yield atmosphere, regardless of the air, of where it's being used, it seems to recharge. So not solar powered, you know, because you first use it in a big cave, in a dark cave, in a mine. You know what I mean? What powers this? And you know, it's a laser. You know, and it would have been cool if we capitalized on this. Like, hey, this is a laser. We're going to do some damage. You know, this thing as well. You know, again, like, okay, particle fuse. What's a particle fuse? We're shooting energy. Where's my weapon though? Where's the one that I love? This thing. I mean, it shoots out again energy, particles, particle fuse, heavy fuse, which is the particle beam rifle. First of all, it's not even a beam. Okay, I expected something like a beam. When I read that, I said, "Oh, I could shoot a beam." You know, like different from a laser almost. Like I feel like a laser beam and this particle beam are different. Like I imagine the particle beam from the Gundam series. You know, where you have the guy with the beam rifle and he shoots and just boom. Especially like Wing Zero. You know, anyone else a Gundam fan? Anyway, yeah. It feels like there's these weird missed opportunities, or they're gonna help build upon it. But we have weapons like this, but you're telling me we don't have anything. We have a stealth capability that allows us to gain a chameleon-like ability with completely still and sneaking. Which again, you have to be in sneak, standing still, which is a good stealth tactic, but when you're moving about and you get caught, not really that great, right? It's not the best thing ever. But what about gaining the ability to a temporary ability, or maybe not an ability, but a tool like the stealth boy that you would use, right? And it would be cool if they introduce that either with Creation Club. Hopefully that's coming, where they're like, hey, have you ever just wanted to stealth around, use a stealth boy? And it's like you found a technology, blah da 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 da, right? That's that was a a project that never saw the light of day until now that you've uncovered it, and then now you and other enemies now utilize, like, it's, but it wouldn't be called a stealth boy, it'd be called something else, but playing homage to the Fallout universe, right? But it would be shaped like the Stealth Boy, you know, or something, or like maybe an upgrade. Just something where it's like, hey, you can turn this on and boom, you know. Because also in Fallout, they even have the Chinese stealth suit, where once you go into sneak, you can't put like your other armor pieces on up. I believe. I think it's just once you put on that suit, it's like it's the suit, right? And whatever it comes with, it comes with. But you get to stay in stealth as long as you're in stealth, but you're invisible, right? Like permanently until you come out of stealth, and then all of a sudden now you're, you're not in stealth anymore. But you can move around in stealth, and it doesn't break. You know, you still have the chameleon ability. You know, I'd say not permanently, but you know it's there until you either. Oh no, I think it's there if you fire, but if you're out of sneak, then yeah, then it's no longer activated. But I feel like again they just they missed out. Anyway, we're gonna keep this one. Sorry for my 15-minute rant, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this. So we got to report back to the vigilance. This cat, apparently he's bugged us or something, because he knows exactly everything that's gone down. And then and it's another reason why I'm afraid to take any of the. So this time around, I'm taking no chances. I'm just trying to do exactly what he wants me to do, right? Not hurting anybody, not doing anything that would basically no hunting, no piracy. But you do have an opportunity to take jobs from the key, and you can actually go off and do some piracy. But I'm afraid that if I do that, this cat's gonna know about it. Like, there is no separation. You can't go make like a quick buck and then be like, oh hey, sorry, yeah. No. I feel like he's gonna know everything. And even though it's not part of the main quest line, like, I feel like if you do kills on the main quest line, or any piracy within the main quest line, so if we went to this place and there were guards there, and let's just say I killed the guards instead of hiding them or whatnot, then he'd be like, hey, we heard what you did. I'm like, what? How? You know what I mean? How would you have known? But if I'll probably have to test it. I will test it out and we'll see what happens. But for right now, though, yeah, I'm not chancing anything. I just want to get through the quest line. Says the guy who did a 20-minute rant, just about. I'm sorry, but it's just Bethesda, they kind of play homage to each other. I mean, like, not necessarily, but I mean, look at the jump they did from all the scores to Fallout, and Fallout for the Creation Club.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
There is a set of armor you can have where you have an iron sword and the iron helmet from Skyrim, and you can wear them in Fallout 4.
Hello, Captain.
You know what I mean? Like, if they did that, then you can have the jump from like, hey, we can use a stealth boy. Because I do care. Okay, there is a price. There is a price I would be willing to pay, and not willing to pay. Like,
do what Commander Ikande says, and you'll go far.
Shut your mouth. Oh, I immediately thought, shut your mouth.
I bet operations on the key are a clown show. I'm looking forward to reading your report.
Remember to turn in any evidence fragment. Excellent. It's amazing that all this won't. It just goes to show. That it? So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. I'll have the records updated, but... Find anything else? All right. Let me know if you need anything else.
You're back. So how did it go?
Oh, you mean you don't know? Don't act like as if you weren't going to see me again.
then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Kryx's legacy?
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. All right, take it easy. We prefer to check our own sources, if you don't mind. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, he must be onto something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? Clever, Delgado. Very clever. We can't let...
Maybe I should head out to...
No. There's more to
Yeah, I
this
should
than
have asked
just
that in
find...
the first place.
Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different... Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us, our forensic accounting people would have found... No. The Crimson Fleet are in... It's imperative. If the Crimson Fleet...
Damn, I
I
should
need
have
you
asked.
to do whatever you can to both dismiss...
I'm getting out of here. I should have asked. Oh, I just saw 20,000 credits. Yeah, I should have asked him. How would you know that Delgado was his neck? Again, this cat seems to know every little thing. My God, if you cough in the wrong direction, right? But he's there, like, oh. So how did it go? What do you mean? How did it go? You know how it went. Don't play games with me. You know, don't act like He had a real look of concern on his face, like the plan wasn't gonna work. Oh, it's one thing to get past Delgado, but Neva, oh man, like I'm right here. What do you mean? But you know how it all went down. You know what I mean? Like they know things, and he'll I forget what he says, but it's kind of like, you know how it all went down. Oh, don't play games. Come on, man. Let's get here. Let's get antiquated. Oh God. Siren of the Stars. Huge ship. I'm also traveling quite fast. Although it seemed like I was traveling quite fast, but I'm not. Anyway, we're gonna traverse this entire ship. This is basically a cruise ship. Let's not do that. Why do I feel fast? There's no way I'm traveling that fast. It felt like I was going 120 something, but I wasn't. We're gonna dock in. We're gonna meet up with the guy they told us we're gonna meet up with. Neva's contact. He's gonna kind of give us the rundown of what we need to do. We're not supposed to tell him anything about Kryx's legacy. So we're going to adhere to that. But in other iterations, we'll just, play it off.
Captain Valkyrie, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most
There he is.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Well, I'll be damned. Someone from the fleet finally agrees with me about something. It's a goddamn miracle. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. I spent months manipulating the Rant Preservation Society to hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. Neva said she'd do the rest. When I got a message about Dubrovsky, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place. Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up now. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help. Well, well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that.
Ooh.
Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Alright, so we have our objectives here. Discover location of the Earth Savior Award. We can kill Larry Dombrowski. And then ask society patrons about Larry Dombrowski. So, basically, I've never done it where we don't kill anybody. Wait, I've never done it where we kill everybody. I've always done it as in we just go in, we play it by the rules. Essentially, we do it the under the radar type of way. But yeah, that's gonna actually do it for now. We're at the end of this episode here. Next episode, we'll get this started. And I think it might take 2 episodes, but honestly, it might not. But perfect stopping point. Anyway, next episode should already be out, and we'll continue our journey from there. Stay tuned.